Day 5, good morning. It's bright and early, 7:45, and I realise I've not actually shown you the bus. This is her. I wrapped this silver here, put in these little silver fellas here, and pimped it a little bit on the roof. I don't know if you can see that. There's a surfboard up there, like a stand-up paddleboard up there, awning. These little orange lights are awesome. They light up when you've got the headlights on. Put some nice wheels on it, and I did actually polish my logo into the door there, but you can't really see it anymore. But it used to say here, "Deposhed." I don't know whether you can see that. And again, I polished out the D and the I, and then changed the E into a P and that into an R. So now it says Prost, which is cheers in German, which for a beer van is very apt. Oh, there you go, you can just about see it there, Prost. So I put a ladder up the back just so you can get up to the sun terrace and have your cup of tea looking at the ocean, or in this case, the river. Needs to clean the roof. I did clean it a little bit when I washed it last time, but needs a full day power spraying up there really. Get around to that soon, but yeah, there you go. That's the actual van that's being done. Put on a tow ball as well, and that metal thing at the back, metal step. There we go. So today I've decided that the garden shed is too much of a mission to get done before Fabs gets back. So I mean, to be fair, every van build has to have a trip to IKEA, surely. So I've bought well, I'm not going to tell you what I've bought from IKEA. I'm going to maybe build it first, or show you as I'm building it. But basically the problem that I've got immediately is that haven't got anywhere to store anything, so I've got to clean up all the stuff that we put out of the old camper van. So if I can get a bit of storage in here, then I don't need to tidy it up. I can just put it back straight into the van. So I will tell you what I'm doing. So basically, instead of the garden shed that was going to go here, I'm going to put an Alex desk that has 2 under desk drawers, 5 drawers on each side, and then I've bought a separate Alex storage drawers, the same as the thing that's under the desk. So they'll face each other here. They're black brown, so they're very dark brown. 36 wide, so they're not very wide, but they're 60 deep, so they're the same depth as these. So that will marry up here, and under the desk I'm hoping the table chairs will fit, and also the porta potty toilet will just slide into one of these boxes. It's the same height, 40, the toilet. So I'm hoping I can get either 3 drawer units on this side, and maybe even another one here, a 4th. But I've just got the desk with 2 units and the Alex drawer with the other, so that I can get going very quickly. And also it means that we've got a tabletop, so when you're prepping stuff, and somewhere to put the kettle on, and the coffee machine and the toaster. No, not everything's going back in. So it's just going to be a coffee machine and a kettle. That's all the appliances I'm going to put in here. But anyway, yeah, so they'll sit on top of the table, and that will give us a nice tabletop, in effect, to be able to work on and put stuff under. I'm hoping there's going to be there will be a little gap, so I can leave a little bit here and I can leave a little bit here, because those are the steps to get in. They just go on there. That's my beer delivery trolley. And so I'm going to Hornbach again this morning. That's my first job. And I'm going to get panels like this, but black, so that I can cover up these 2. And the desk is black brown with a light coloured top. So I'm going to get the black brown wall acoustic panels to put on the back here, just to pretty that whole end up because it's a bit messy. Oh yeah, I'm going to get a door stripe for here. So I left a little bit. I didn't want to slip on the carpet as I was getting in, so I've actually cut off a bit so that you don't put your foot onto the edge of the carpet as you're getting in and out. So I've got a door strip there to try that, and it works really well, but it's just a bit short, so I need to get another one of those door strips, and then I can cut that, and that'll go basically comme ça. And so I need another strip a little bit there to cut off and put on the end to tidy up the door, and that will also hold down the carpet, which, to be fair, I'm pretty sure it's going to stay because it's absolutely awesome. I love it. Anyway, onwards. Cheers. So just on the way up to the brewery, I just thought I'd give you the nice view of the Swiss mountains. Obviously the camera is attached. But this is up to Dallenville. That's Engelberg, you can see in the back there. Not got my microphone on, but I'm just going to pick up some beer and then head back down to Lucerne, do some deliveries, and then get back onto it. Enjoy the view. All my deliveries have been done, and straight away the proof of concept works because I went to IKEA and got the cupboards and the table, and had to fold up one side to fit them in. So basically the big decision I had right at the start was, do I want to put in a rock and roll bed across the back here? That would be the easiest option. It's 140 wide in between the wheel arches, so any of the VW camper ones fits. But I wanted to not lose this back access, and it works really well. I'm so chuffed. And I know it sounds stupid, but I put acoustic panels in here, and I didn't actually buy them for the acousticness of them. I just bought them to like as insulation and to look nice. I hadn't even considered what difference it would make to the actual noise in the van. It's unbelievable, the difference. It sounded before like I was driving around with a box of tools in the back, and every bump you went over, they all just went crang, crang, crash, crash, like a big empty van does. And with this on, it sounds like a library in here when you're driving. The bumps just don't make any noise anymore, and it's absolutely fantastic. What a difference, what a difference. And it even makes it sounds like I've got a new stereo in here. Oh, look what's happened. So I've turned it into a little bit of a hippie bus just to try and beautify it. I know I'm not going to get away with that, but what lady doesn't like flowers on her return from a holiday, even if they are plastic? I'm not sure whether that's going to give me any plus points or not, but it's a bit of a laugh. So the hippie bus, I haven't actually looked at what those flowers look like from the front. I just chucked it on as I was in a traffic jam coming back. You can hardly see him from the outside. It just looks like ivy. Looks fine. Doesn't look like it's outrageously bad, but from the inside you see way more. You know, you've got a garden in the back. You've got to have a few flowers. So yeah, but I stopped off at my storage room, picked up the potty as well. So as I build the desk, that's the desk top, so it's going to fit in there easy. Very nice. I haven't noticed any difference in the weight while I was, when I was driving out to IKEA. It feels exactly the same as before, just quieter. But when I put these three sets of drawers in, which are quite hefty, they're probably 20 kilos, I would guess. I didn't realize they were quite so heavy, but that's good because that means they're sturdy. Whereas the tabletop's as light as a feather. It's like reconstituted, I think. But anyway, I will find that out. But yeah, super, really chuffed with the first trip. And I went over the bumpiest road in Lucerne, which is Haldenstrasse. And also the second bumpiest, which ironically is in front of the Transport Museum, the Verkehrshaus. The road in front of there is absolutely terrible, as it is on Haldenstrasse. And my biggest fear really was that I'd drive along and all of these stripes would just pop off the Velcro, pop off the felt, and just rain down as the van moved. So I've been on the motorway, I've been up the hairpin bend up at the Saddle, I've been over the roughest road in Lucerne, and I'm happy to say nothing moved, nothing fell off, no squeaks or bumps, and so it's really successful so far. Fingers crossed. So right, I'm going to unload and see what mission it is. I might call a friend. I might tell the lads that I'm building some cupboards and see if anyone wants to come around for some beers and cupboard building. That would make life a bit less painful. So yeah, onwards. And anything else that I got? Oh yeah, I got another flooring strip to put on this door a little bit here, and delivered some beers. And yeah, lovely morning. It's now 2 o'clock. Holy moly, is it 2 o'clock already? I thought it was about 11:30. So yeah, I got stuck in traffic, that's why. So anyway, onwards, see what I can do this afternoon. Right, so saying about making these better, but they've got a big curve on them. So while I was having lunch, I figured, well, actually the back side hasn't got a curve on it. And with this soundproofing on the back, that's going to block up the bad bit as well. So I've just cut out a little corner there to fit around the seat belt thing. And rather than drilling it into the roof like a crazy thing, like I have been doing, I think I'm just going to be able to slide this in behind here, out from the flowers. With any luck, it should just sit flush on there, which basically now blocks that view there. Look at the difference. That grotty old underseat thing, and now it's backed out, and it's got the obvious advantage. So that looks better already. It's got the obvious advantage that, let me just take it out of here, that now from the front, I've got a much nicer kind of, camper kind of style thing, but I wanted to make sure I left enough. I didn't want to take it any higher anyway, so if I come on this side, where would I have stopped? Here I have to stop because of those, but they hold it in place. So all I've got to do now is put my seat back and it will hold that panel in place and stop these things rattle around a bit. So it will stop that rattling as well, like massively. And yeah, it looks way better. And I still get my passageway through and all of that, and it's a 2-minute job just cutting off those 2 little bottom bits to fit it around the seatbelt thing. So now I just got to reverse it. Oh yeah, the other advantage is if I did it on this side, clad it, I'd lose my handhold. I'd have to cut the boards out and it would all be crappily cut. You'd see it like you do on the light here, just a little bit. So with it behind, I can still hold, you can still hold on to that as you're coming in and out of the van. And it hasn't cut off any of that, and the desk is going to go to here anyway. I've got to tidy up that bit of felt down there. But yeah, winner, well shot for that little figuring out. And you can always paint these grills. You can paint them gold or something crazy, it'd be great. Have to see what the boss says about that. Friday afternoon, beer o'clock. That just looks so much better. Not seeing those dusty old seat back. I mean, I've not actually cleaned them, but you can see how that's what you used to have to look at all the time. Now you look at that, it's blocked that hole. I even got fancy with my jigsaw on this side and did it to the camber of the seatbelt thing. Getting cocky. So oh yeah, so I put down this. This was actually quite difficult to get, so you're not going to cut your foot on it or something. Because as soon as you put that bolt in, this is a short little bit that I had to cut off. As soon as you put that bolt in, that end pops up. So you have to do that really loosely. Yeah, I mean, I've got it as best I can, but actually we don't walk there. You walk, you walk here. You walk wherever the steps are. So that's not a drama. So it's basically held now the carpet. So sorry about that. Truck digger just drove by. So as I'm getting in, I might slip. No, I'm not even going to slip on that. It's just so stable. It's really really good. But yeah, so I'm not gonna scrooch the carpet up as I get in, or anyone, because that's really uncool if you fall over getting in. And yeah, so we've got another mode that I didn't do yesterday, and it's 4-person poker mode. 4 down, 2 up, and it's also cinema mode. So where Steve's doing his thing, you can just put your laptop, your iPad, or whatever it is up there, and the other person sits over there, and you have movie night, which is pretty sweet. Found Steve in my old van. No, that's not right. It was in this van. But it's changed so much. I guess I thought it was in my old van, but this is like my new van. It's so cool. I'm just absolutely loving it. So anyway, so this is what I've done today. It's 30 degrees today, suddenly out of nowhere. So I managed to fit these 2 back panels straight into there. It looks so much better. That honestly is almost the best change of the whole van just so far. Just seeing that, or not seeing through there, it just tidies everything up. Before you could see the headrest and through, but I don't ever look through the headrest. I look through the rear view mirror as well, so my rear view mirror is not blocked. So I've had a little go at the front as well today. Obviously the hippie bus flowers, which, you know, it doesn't look that bad, to be fair. I put this carbon fiber effect cladding on the first time when I started doing this bus the first time, and it definitely makes a difference. eBay is wonderful. You just go on Renault Master, is it Master? Yeah, Renault Master carbon fiber fascia, and then you get like, or just fascia cover, and you get like mahogany or whatever all cut out. I didn't cut out any of those things. They all just stick on. And it was I mean, to line it all up, it was a little bit of a job, but it made a massive difference. Nice seat covers already on, and put a new carpet in not so long ago. So the front's actually tidied up, a treat. Oh yeah, so I put these lights on yesterday, or whenever that was in the last vid, and I forgot that they got these bins here. Then I put 2 lights in those as well. So you got these overhead little lockers here that I lit. That come off the 12-volt Green Monster. So you've always got those without a hookup. So I've got 4 minutes done on this vid. So you got to do under 5 minutes to get it under 1,000 megabytes. So you have to resize your bloody video and all that sort of shit. So now the front, you've got much tidier. And when you're driving along, people think you're a camper van and not a post bus, perhaps. I mean, I love being a post bus. It's great. Can you see through the window? Probably not. But it's made a massive difference. That has. The cab is now going to be more acoustically inclined as well. I think it's just looking so good. I'm so chuffed with it so far. And then the desk is going there with the drawers. That'll hide a lot of that. This thing here, we know that the desk will come up to this height, probably 70. And I want to leave room so that I can put you open the awning with that. And I've never found a good place to put it. So behind the desk will be good. But look at that. Looks great, doesn't it? Poker mode. 4-person seating. Loving it. Good day. Very, very pleased with the day's work. And so tomorrow my beer shop's open and I need to build 3 sets of drawers and a table and figure out how to put them together. I've got a little feeling that they've missed out a bag of bolts because I've got 3 cupboards the same, and on the tabletop there are no bolts. So how the tabletop works with the cupboards, we will discover tomorrow. Oh yeah, I'm drinking a Sutton Pale Ale today, 3.8%. Won a bronze medal at the London Beer Competition a couple of weeks ago. Very chuffed about that. Having an English style ale win a medal in England from Switzerland. there we go. Cheers to your Friday and bon weekend.